Hey everyone, welcome back to JDB Selects. Wow, here we are. The inaugural Battle of Brisbane, the the Dolphins, taking on the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. As always, we do start with a season snapshot. I mean, who would have thought after 3 rounds, the Dolphins are 3-0, knocking off the Roosters, the Raiders, and then the Knights to set up a blockbuster, unbeaten clash with the Broncos this week. Following on from the Broncos game, they obviously faced the Dragons, Cowboys, and Rabbitohs. With this game against Brisbane being a real test to see where the Dolphins are at. As mentioned, the Broncos have also enjoyed a perfect start to the season and are currently parked up at number 1 on the ladder. They surprisingly knocked off the Panthers in round 1 and then went on to beat both the Cowboys and Dragons to set up this clash with the Dolphins. Following the game with the Dolphins, the Broncos do face the Tigers, Raiders, Titans, and Parramatta. With how the Broncos have started the season, I wouldn't be surprised if they get past the Dolphins, that they could easily be looking at 5, 6, potentially 7-0 to start the season, which would just be incredible considering where they ended up last year. Another interesting thing to note about Brisbane's draw this year is they do not receive a bye until round 16. It will be interesting to see how they fare when they come up against teams that have come off a bye. But also it'll be interesting to see how their team performs not getting a rest until well through the halfway point of the season. So moving to the teams lists, at the time of recording, Felice Kaufusi is currently with the judiciary. If he is unsuccessful in getting his dangerous contact downgraded, he will be forced to miss 4 matches. So I'm sure Dolphins fans and rugby league fans will be hoping for a gift from the gods to allow Kaufusi to play in this week's game. Origin prop Jared Wallace makes a welcome return after missing round 3 for personal reasons. Now, if Kaufusi is unable to play this weekend, I do think Wallace will enter the starting side and they may shift Kenny Bromwich around to the second row. Moving to Kevin Walters and the Broncos, they made it through their round 3 win over the Dragons with no new injuries, so have named the same 17-man squad that managed to turn it around in the second half. In my opinion, the Broncos are looking very, very impressive this year. They obviously have the X factor of their young stars in Ezra Mam and Reece Walsh, coupled perfectly with the experience of Adam Reynolds at 7. And then obviously you've got some devastating forwards with Haas, Flegler, Capewell, Ricky, and Carrigan just causing problems through the middle. So solid team on paper. Let's see how they go this weekend. And moving to the key player matchup, I was a bit torn with who to go with this week, but I thought it would be only right, considering this is a blockbuster clash, to pick the high-flying X-Factor fullbacks. So I've gone Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow and Reece Walsh. The amazing thing about both these players is they are only 21 and 20 years of age. It is quite scary to think where these two will both end up as long as they stay fit and healthy. Obviously, the Hammer has become synonymous with the Dolphins and one of their marquee men. He's scored in every game so far, with a total try tally of 4, 7 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, and 1 try assist. He has been absolutely electric for the Dolphins, and I have no doubt that he will continue that form this weekend. But this weekend he will meet his match when he takes on obviously another young high-flying fullback in Reece Walsh. Walsh missed the first round of this season, but has been absolutely outstanding in his 2 appearances so far. He has also scored in each of his games with a total tally of 3. And has very similar stats to the Hammer with 7 tackle breaks, 1 line breaks, and 2 try assists. I think this is a really great matchup. Obviously, both players with new clubs after having relatively mixed seasons with their previous club, with Hammer at the Cows and Reece over here with us at the Warriors. I will always have a wee bit of a grudge to Reece for leaving the Warriors, but I mean, I can't blame him. He's obviously enjoying his footy being back in Brisbane, and it's showing in his performances. So looking forward to watching both of these 2 high flyers go at it on Friday night. I hope you are too. Thanks as always for watching. Let me know in the comments who you think takes it out. If you haven't already, check out my tips for round 4. It will be linked below, and we'll see you in the next one.